So today we've got G.I. Joe, Real American Hero #1 from 1982. When I found this one for sale, I was like, man, why is this a 9.6? Because I could not find much in the way of defects on it. So I'm like, what exactly am I missing here? Why is this a 9.6? So I think it might, hopefully, have been harshly graded originally. So I picked it up for a good price, a really good price. And I'm hoping to convert this in to a 9.8. I don't think I'm going to need to do much. This might just be a 5-10 minute repair, press, send to CGC. These are the ones we like to find, ones that are low effort, basically 1 day of work or less, and profit, right? So let me get it out of the slab here and let's take a closer look. Man, this thing is so nice. This is like you just walked in the comic shop. And it's just sitting there waiting to be purchased. I don't even know I hate to open this book because maybe the only time this book has ever been opened is when it was graded originally, because this is nuts how nice this is. It's just insane. I think this is exactly the way it looked on the stands. Probably had this staple stress right, or this spine stress right here on the stand. Somebody was looking at it on the stand, bent it forward. Wow. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, there's hardly even bindery. This looks like a 9.9 on the front. This is the nicest, by far, looking copy of this book I've ever seen. There's a tiny little indentation right here. Yeah, and this is pretty significant right here, but once again, I can clean that up with like literally 30 seconds. That's like fixed. Yeah. This is a 2 defect book. 1, 2. Now this one's moderate defect, but once again, I think this book still should have got the 9.8 even with this. That's not, it's bend, and there's no color break because it's on white. And it's not significant enough, in my opinion, to make this a 9.6. But yeah, so we benefit though. So I'm gonna do the repair real quick and get it in the press and move on to the next book. I don't know if you can see that on there. Take on that spine. If it's showing up or not. All right. It is out of the press. All I did on this basically was crack the slab, do some minor repairs on it, and then throw it here in the press, and hopefully we are done. So let me take this over to the table over there and we will take a look at our results. Let the book kind of speak for itself here. This book was virtually perfect before I even worked on it. You can see a little bit still there on that pretty significant spine stress that was on there. There's a little shadow still left from it. The actual bend is gone, and some of that might clean up a little bit more if I really wanted to put more time in it, but I think we're already there where we can get the 9.8. You have to have the light on it and be at the right angle to even see that. Look here, you can't really see it. So, yeah, it's not necessarily negligible, but close enough. But everything else was already perfect. I didn't have to do much to this book. Let me flip it over. We'll look at the front. Now, the real star of the show on this book is the front cover. There is, I really think there's 0 defects on the front of this book. No spine ticks, no color breaks that I can find. Let me know if you see anything. This is definitely the most flawless copy of this book I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of these books. Look how sharp these corners are. It's like it was just, looks like it just came out of production today. Very fresh, crisp looking copy with no flaws on the front that I can see. So with just the hint of maybe, you know, a spine tick on the back that's flat now, you can just kind of see where it was, and that one indent that's a production error or whatever, This is an obvious 9.8, right? So I think we're good to go. Let me go ahead and get this thing submitted, and you guys will see the results here in just a moment.